What's up, everybody? In this video, we are going to write multiple outputs from the Arduino into a format that can be read by Node-RED. When we have multiple sensors connected to the Arduino, we want to ensure that the data is easy to understand for both computers and humans. Start off by logging into Tinkercad using your course username. Select Circuits in the left-hand menu. You will see our potentiometer serial output circuit that we made in an earlier video. Hover over the circuit and click on the gear in the top right-hand corner. Select Duplicate. Click the name of our circuit in the top left corner and change the name to Multiple Inputs-Serial Output. Select a push button from the components and add it to the breadboard. Connect terminal 2A to ground with a black wire and terminal 1A to pin 2 on the Arduino with an orange wire. Next, we will add code. Click on the Code tab and ensure the text drop-down is selected. Fill out the information in the header of our code. Update the program name and description. The program name is Multiple Inputs-Serial Output, and the description is a sketch where we will send the values of multiple inputs using serial communication. Declare the variables. Create two variables, one for the button pin and the other for the button state. Type int space button pin equals 2 semicolon and int button state equals 0 semicolon to define the pins. In the setup function of our code, we need to tell the Arduino that the button will be an input. Add the code pin mode open bracket button pin comma input underscore pullup close bracket semicolon to the end of the setup function. Add code to read the value of the button. In the loop function, below the code to read the potentiometer, type button state equals digital read open bracket button pin close bracket semicolon to read the button as an input. Next, add serial.println open bracket button state close bracket semicolon before the delay function. Click Start Simulation. When you open the serial monitor, you will see the value of the potentiometer printed on one line and the button on the next. Writing the data this way to our Node-RED sketch will be problematic, as we are writing information for each sensor as separate statements, and we don't know which value is associated with which sensor. To solve this, we will write a single output as JSON, or JavaScript Object Notation formatted data. This is easy for humans and computers to read and write. In the JSON string, we will have a name and value for each component. JSON is formatted to start with a curly brace and end with one. The name is enclosed in quotation marks, and depending on the type of data, the value will have quotation marks if it is a string and no quotation marks if it is a number or Boolean value. The name and value are separated by a colon. Each name and value are separated by a comma. Let's use serial.print and serial.println statements to write a single line of JSON. After we read the values of the potentiometer and button, we will write our statements. First, add serial.print open bracket, quotation mark, open curly brace, backslash, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. You may be wondering why we added a backslash to the serial.print statement. Click Start Simulation and look at the serial monitor. This will give us a clue. Normally, an Arduino sketch uses quotation marks for the start and end of a serial print. But what happens when we want to write a quotation mark to the serial monitor? This is where the backslash comes in. In programming, it is known as an escape character. The escape character tells the Arduino to not interpret the normal use of a symbol and send the character to the output. Next, add serial.print open bracket, quotation mark, pot value, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Then serial.print open bracket, quotation mark, backslash, quotation mark, colon, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Click Start Simulation and have a look at our serial monitor. You will see that we are starting to get our formatting correct. You will also notice the difference between the serial.print and serial.println. Next, change the serial print.ln to serial.print for the pot value. Next, add serial.print, open bracket, quotation mark, comma, backslash, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Then serial.print, open bracket, quotation mark, button state, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Then serial.print, open bracket, quotation mark, backslash, quotation mark, colon, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Next, change the serial.println to serial.print for the button state. Last, add serial.println, open bracket, quotation mark, close curly brace, quotation mark, close bracket, semicolon. Click Start Simulation and have a look at what is being written to the serial monitor. You should see that we are writing a statement that is formatted as proper JSON. We will be able to easily read this into Node-RED. At the end of this video, you should be able to write multiple inputs from the Arduino as a JSON string and pass the data as serial information.